Hey, it's Jake Mace with Phoenix Longevity Arts, and we're here in Xi'an at the site of the Bing Ma Yong, the Terracotta Warriors. We're going to give you a sneak peek of what's inside. Let's go see it. This is pit number 1. The weapons in pit 1. All the Terracotta Warriors in the pit held bronze weapons. The main ones are crossbows, arrows, arrowheads, spears, dagger axes, halberds, pi, shu, swords, carved knives, etc. Pi, shu. Look at the size of this building.
And this is just one area. They say only a fraction has been excavated.
Yeah.
What do you think? Oh, whatever. It's like some crazy person built this. It's insane. He was going insane.
And the guy who built most of this is Qin Shi Huang.
He must have had a lot of
China's most famous emperors, and he's like the guy who unified most of China back in the day, and he's also the one that built most of the Great Wall. And Qin Shi Huang was supposed to have been into two things. He wanted to live forever, so he surrounded himself with a lot of Taoists, and his Taoist advisors would tell him to have as much sex as possible and to eat mercury. And so the guy who did this also is responsible for building the majority of the Great Wall.
And I'm thinking he had a lot of enemies because he needed protection in his afterlife.
Yeah, the face of each soldier is different because each one's mullet or a different person. And over 700,000 people were involved in the carving and building of the whole deal. And then he killed them all, almost 1 million people.
Everyone you see here, as soon as they were done building the place, they all get killed, and they're probably buried somewhere right next to it.
All the slave labor, all the artisans, everybody.
Some of it's crumbled, you can see there.
Yeah. So we're still in pit 1. You can see how in this part they have some different of the soldiers and horses up on top. So this whole Terracotta Warriors, the Bing Ma Yong, has got, horses and chariots, and it was a whole structure with pillars that framed it in, and it was ransacked and burned by people hundreds of years ago, but there was modern day tombs built within it that they discovered, and so it's a full-on army. Each face is different. They have shoes, they have everything. Most of them have their bun off to the right.
Or straight up.
Or straight up. And this is just one pit of 3 pits. All right, so we're heading back to the front of pit 1. This is the walkway, and then this is the main section of warriors. I mean, those are each warrior is not quite full size. They're like 3/4 size of an actual person. But that guy's arms, man. That guy's got some arms on him right there. Guy has the longest arms I've ever seen in my life.
You can't see their, yeah, I'm not sure that's proportionately right. They should put a bigger guy's head on that bike.
So check this out. We're in the pit 1. We're just leaving right now. So last chance to see it, and let's slowly give you some perspective here. Just one section of pit 1. It's a whole civilization. And it just keeps going. Okay, see you in pit 2. So pit 2 is over there, and now we're going to be looking at some typical relics unearthed from the pits. Let's go check it out. This guy's pretty neat. He's an archer, standing archer. They unearthed about 172 of these standing archers. And you can see how he almost looks like he's in a kung fu posture. And they found all these archers in a battle formation, ready to go. Some ancient weapons like spears, moon spears, and axes. And this is crazy, interesting. Chrome plating technology. Scientific testing reveals that the surface of the sword contains chromium with a thickness of 10 to 15 microns, which acts as protecting coating against corrosion. The chrome plating technology was invented by Germans and Americans in 1937-1950, but it emerged in China 2,200 years before that. So the Chinese had chrome plating technology 2,200 years before Germans or Americans did. Awesome. So this weapon is called a bronze hook. They say that the chrome-plated technology was beginning to be standardized, and it kept the sharpness of the weapons 2,200 years later as sharp as when they were buried. Bronze arrowheads, bronze-tipped arrowheads. It's a bronze arrow with an iron shaft. Really interesting. Look at that shaft. Oh my god. The bronze tips of these arrows. Really cool. And then of course we have the Jin. Bronze sword. It's not that big. You can see my body in the mirror, in the window reflection. So the sword is not that long. Handle there. Pretty sure. I would love to do my straight sword kung fu with that sword.